All right, now that we know what it is that we're building, let's go ahead and start our project. Now we're going to be using some terminal commands that we went over in the last section. If you ever can't remember these, you can very quickly Google it, or I have a Django cheat sheet for you. So if you go to zappycode.com/Django cheat, you can see some very common Django commands that you're going to be entering in. I have them there for you, but there's lots of other websites where you can have them. You can put it in your own personal note. Doesn't really matter. I thought I'd share that with you though. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up our terminal. And I'm going to move on to our desktop because that's where I'd like to create this project. You can see we've got the existing password generator project there. But let's go ahead and do a Django-admin start project. And this is going to be our personal portfolio. So that seems like a good place to start as far as naming goes. So I'm going to say personal_portfolio. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter on that. And you can see it created it right there on the desktop. And let's go ahead and change the name of this folder. So I'm going to click this, click on the name there and change this to personal portfolio-project. Remember, the reason that we do this is because there's an internal folder called personal portfolio already there. So we want to distinguish between the two of those. And let's go ahead and move into that directory. So I'm going to do a cd personal portfolio project. Okay, now that we're here, I'm going to do a Python 3 manage.py. And now I want to add apps to my website. Now in the last one that we created, the password generator, we only had one app because it really only did one thing. But let's think about this personal portfolio here. It has a blog section, and then on the homepage, it also has a section where it displays projects. And to me, this is a great time to sort of separate those two worlds into two separate apps. So we want to make an app for the blog, and then we also want to create an app for the portfolio. So let's go ahead and make both those apps. So we have Python 3 manage.py. Let's do a start app. And I'm going to do this one first for blog. I'm just going to do all lowercase blog there. Okay, go ahead and hit enter. Then I'm also going to do the similar command. So I hit the up arrow to get the same thing. But now instead of blog, I'm going to add one for portfolio. This is where we're going to list all of our projects. So we'll go ahead and hit enter there. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what it is that we have now. I'm going to go ahead and open up Atom. And let's use Atom to open up the folder that was just created for us on our desktop. So I'm going to open up the personal portfolio-project. Okay, and you can see inside of here now, there's the personal portfolio, which has stuff like our settings and whatnot. But then there's an app for blog, and there's also an app for portfolio. Awesome. So we kind of have those two logical distinctions. Now, anytime that you add an app to your project, you got to make sure that you add it to your settings. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to move into my settings. I'm going to scroll down till I see the list of installed apps. I'm going to add one for blog, add a comma afterwards, and then also on a new line, I'm going to add one for portfolio and do another comma there. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Then let's move back to our terminal. And I'm going to say Python 3 manage.py, and let's do run server. Okay, and let's check and make sure that our website at least is showing the landing page. So I'm going to go ahead and go to localhost 8000, and look at that, we get the cool little rocket. This means everything's up and running and we're ready to move forward.